before I get started with this new collection, or talking about the stuff in this new collection from Pony Effect, there are a few things I want to talk about, like updates and stuff. So if you're not really interested in that, you can click right here to skip to the collection. First and foremost, I just recently hit 500,000 subscribers, and I just never thought that I would at any point come to this. No, I'm just kidding. But starting YouTube like in 2008, I made the account in 2008. I even started posting videos from 2008. You know, it was just for fun, but like YouTube's changed now, so I just didn't think it would amount to this, but I'm having such a good time. So anyway, I thank you guys for sticking around because there are some people that were literally have been following me since like the Mr. Panda 101 days. If y'all remember that shit, then sound off in the comments. What else? And oh, my hair color did not turn out exactly how I wanted. I do have to put in some more pink in there because the pink didn't really come out pink. Trophy Cat and I are releasing a new single next month in August. The title of the single will be called Body, so I wanted to change my hair color to like, you know, because I'm an idol now. I'm playing. I wanted to change my hair because I was starting to get a little tired of gray. So yeah. Also, Edward's Jewelry Journal, which is what I so aptly named this, it's finally up for sale now. Before you like if you even cared about the earrings. It's only available for US shipping right now. The thing is, it's free shipping, but it's only to the US. But because we're shipping it from Korea, shipping it anywhere else would be way, way more expensive. So depending on the demand, my manager might do something about it. But for now, the Jewelry Journal will be available to the US for free shipping. It's like $40. You get obviously the journal itself. You get these little slots for your earrings, and there's a pouch in the back to put any oddly shaped or like earrings that don't have this hook thing. But if you want to see, I'll link a video up here where I talk about the earrings in more depth. And it is limited edition, so they'll only be up for about a month, I think. And I think that's it. I hope that's it. Bitch, watch, I'm gonna like forget something as soon as I'm like editing this. I'm gonna remember. Pony Effect released a new collection for the summer, which is called, I think it's called Retrospect, and it's inspired by the 80s, I believe. She's got a new base product. Actually, there were two base products. There's this one, the Prime Protect Sunbase, which is like a primer slash moisturizer slash like sunscreen. And there was supposed to be a foundation, but I was told that it was being delayed. I don't know why, so that might come in at a later time. She finally came out with like a lash curl. Actually, not finally, because I feel like this is one of the things that I wouldn't be surprised if a brand doesn't come out with them. And she came out with false lashes, which both of these I actually wasn't expecting. So I swear to God, every collection she does something that just surprised me. She's a bag of tricks. There is this new kind of brush set, I guess, which I honestly don't really care for, but I'll get more into that later. And she came out with new matte liquid lipsticks that come in a metallic finish, keeping up with the times. So starting off with the Prime Protect Sunbase, this is a moisturizer lotion slash sunscreen that has SPF 50 PA quadruple plus actually. She's kind of getting onto the bandwagon of sunscreens these days that are coming out that are super lightweight in texture, because companies are starting to realize people hate the feeling of like traditional sunscreen, really thick, greasy sometimes too dry actually. She hopped on the bandwagon and she created her own sunscreen that is of that like really light texture that feels really comfortable on the skin. I try to keep my moisturizer and my sunscreen and my primer separate. I don't really like when sunscreen tries to act like other things, but surprisingly with this one, the texture isn't that bad, because sometimes I feel like when they're all trying to be one thing, then it turns it really ugly and it doesn't make my makeup sit right, or it just doesn't moisturize my skin enough. But this one, as a moisturizer itself, it has a lot, like, I don't remember, I was reading up on like the claims and stuff, and I don't remember exactly, but there's some really fancy shit like aloe DNA or something, or some shit in there. Really moisturizing stuff. Of course, you've got your SPF 50 in there. It claims that it's a lightweight formula. It's very lightweight. Very similar to the Biore sunscreen that I really like, the Aqua UV sunscreen, whatever. It's only available in Japan, but it's also very similar to the Tuko for School sunscreen, like the liquid one of my favorite sunscreens. Also very similar to the Troy Arage Accent sunscreen. this one, very similar in texture. Doesn't leave a white cast because the texture is more like a moisturizer, super lightweight and like transparent. It's hydrating, but it's not like greasy. And although it is hydrating, it doesn't leave the skin, like it doesn't leave like a glowy sheen on the skin. In fact, it's more almost like, not matte either, not super matte, but your skin just feels like well hydrated. Like it's not too much, it's not too little. It actually leaves the skin quite smooth. It does say it improves skin texture, which it does. I definitely feel like my skin is a lot smoother, but not like it feels smooth, like I can put makeup on and it will glide easily, but it's not like silicone-y smooth, if you know what I mean. If you use a primer that's really silicone based, like it feels super smooth, but sometimes it can feel a little too much. It hits the right balance between all of those things. So in general, for me, I look at this as like my daily sunscreen, and that's what I love it for. And the fact that it doesn't disturb my makeup is a bonus. It's like sitting right next to it, so I'm just gonna talk about this. This is the Retrospect Pop-Up brush, and it's a 5-piece brush set that is very similar to like if you go to Morning Glory, you know, like the 99 Ranch store. They have like those pencils that have like the multiple like refills of like lead, I guess, and you get 5 brushes in here. Actually, no, just kidding, 4. You get 4. You got your lip brush, which is like a flat, it's very similar to her lip concealer brush, but just like a fraction smaller. Really tight, densely packed bristles, so you can really shape your lips with it. You can get a really sharp edge, and it helps you like really massage like the lipstick into the lips so that you get a stronger stain. And you can also use it for concealer if you want. You got an eyeshadow brush, which is a little disappointing because it's like I would have preferred maybe like a sort of flat shader brush that's a little bit fluffy so you can kind of blend with it, but this is really just like a fluffy, a slightly dense like pencil brush, which doesn't leave much. Like you can pack on shadow with this, but it will take a while, I think, because of the shape. So it makes it better for like blending eyeshadow, maybe applying to like the outer corners or the crease. And unfortunately, that's the only real like eyeshadow brush. There is an eyelash wand in here, which really is, to me, is more like a eyebrow spoolie, but I guess you can use this after you apply mascara, and then you can like brush out the lashes so they're not clumped. But the bristles on these are really, really like, they're tight. They're really like stiff. So you can really separate the lashes or really brush out your brow hairs. And then at the very end, you've got the eyebrow, like, it's like a sharp angled brush. This is for the eyebrow. You can really get a shape. You can really fill in your brows and like get the individual hairs with powder using this. But it's really, really thin. So you can actually also do winged liner with this, or apply your eyeliner with gel or whatever. But honestly, I'm glad that this you can buy this separately. I think it's like $10. But I'm glad they do give it to you as like a service, like a free add-on item if you buy, I think, any of the liquid lipsticks, in Korea at least, and if you buy the mini box, because I would not buy this separately. I don't really think it's worth it, and honestly, with things like this, it feels like cheap Legos, like they don't stick together very tightly. They come apart really easily. Just even putting it in my makeup bag, it comes apart like quickly. Alright, now let's talk lashes. I did have like a Etude House eyelash curl, and I don't really curl my lashes unless I'm doing I only do it to other people when I'm doing their makeup, and even then, I didn't really care for the Etude House. It's a decent eyelash curler, but I never like thought to reach for it. I just kind of put mascara on. When I saw that she put out this one, bitch, I had to buy it. It says that it perfectly curls lashes and it has a long-lasting curl, but in my opinion, like, the only difference between each eyelash curler, I'm not an expert in eyelashes, so if you are well-versed in eyelash curlers, my opinion is not the one to listen to, but I just feel like the only difference between eyelash curlers is the quality of the build and like the shape and curvature of the actual curler here. Other than that, I think if your lashes are just the kind of lashes that will fall easily and not hold a curl, I think that will hold the same throughout any eyelash curler you use, unless you maybe use like the heated ones or something. But I believe the curvature on this one, the curvature on this is actually pretty good for my eye shape. I have a very round eye shape, so if you have quite flat like eyelids, you might have a little bit of difficulty with it. It's probably easier than if this was more of like a flat. I think this shape is a little bit more universally friendly for any eye shape, but if it was more flat, I think it would be a little bit more difficult for people like me maybe that have super round eyelids. So I'm glad that this is more of this curve. Kind of similar to the Shu Uemura one. I've seen that in person. It's very similar. It's not a super perfect round like shape. It's almost in the middle. It's almost more flat with the sides being more like curved down, which is great because that really helps get like the outer lashes, which is always hard because sometimes you'll definitely like get the front and maybe the inside lashes, but then you'll only get like the very tips of the outside lashes. Does that make sense? If you curl your lashes, this probably makes sense to you, but then it's just really frustrating because your middle lashes and maybe your inside eyelashes will be like really curved from the roots, but then the lashes on the outside will only be curled from maybe the middle to like the tip. So then you have to go in again, but like shift over. But with this, it's really curved, so I get every lash. And it does come with 2 extra rubbers in the package. And the rose gold, of course, is really freaking pretty. Girl, I never bought false lashes. I think the only ones I ever had were the Shinnim ones, and even then, she gave those to me. When I saw her release these, girl, I knew I had to have them. Even though I don't wear false lashes, like, at all. These are the effective false eyelashes. She came out with 5 styles. There are 4 top lashes and 1 set of bottom lashes. Here we have Trust Me. These make really great daily lashes because it's a full band lash, and the lash band is invisible, but the actual hairs themselves are quite fluffy, and they're not too densely packed, but they have like they have just enough to like actually make like a difference. They're not overly packed. They are shorter in the inside corners and a little bit longer, more in the middle and outer ends. Again, they're not like anything too crazy. So these almost look like what would be my eyelashes, I guess, because I have, like, not gonna lie, I have pretty poppin' eyelashes, but I don't really do anything with my lashes anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. But if you're lacking the lash department, you want a good daily lash, these would be a good one. And also, the quality of these lashes are actually really good. They're really fluffy and soft, but the band is really secure, and the actual hairs where they connect to the band don't shift around or anything. So as long as you take good care of them, you can reuse them multiple times. And then we have Just a Rumor, which is very similar to the last one, but it's way, way more dense. The lash band is actually black, so it almost gives you that eyeliner effect. It's like slightly longer in the middle, so it really gives your eyes like the round shape. So if you're looking for that kind of look and you want lashes that are a little more dramatic, these are a good set of lashes. Then we have Peninsula, which are the pair that I used on Coco in that video I did with her where I did her makeup. These are a set of outer corner lashes, so with the other ones you can cut them if they're too long for your eyes, but these ones will suit any eye because they're only really meant for the outside lashes. But these are kind of like the last one, but as if it's only the outer corners, and outermost lashes are really thick and much more winged out. They still have a bit of fluffiness to them, but definitely way more, like, if you really want that almond shape eye, making sure you put these on like the very outer corner of the eye, you really like kind of wing out your eye shape in a way because they're so curled. So you also want to make sure that you really like shape it around your eye. If your eye is a little bit more flat, I think it would look a little weird because when I put them on Coco's eyes, I don't know, the way they jutted out and like curved out from her eye looked a little strange. But if your eyes are much more round, it will definitely, like, the outer part of the lash will definitely hug around that corner and definitely be more this way. Because if your eye is more flat, the curl will be more like here, which to me looks a little strange. So anyway, really good if you want like really almond shaped eyes. Oh, and also they come with their own like lash glue. I mean, it's okay, but I honestly recommend probably getting some dual lash glue maybe, or some other kind of separate lash glue that's a little bit thicker, because the applicator and the actual formula itself is a little thin. So if your eyelids are oily, they might pop off on the ends. Then we have Bittersweet, which I think are probably the most dramatic maybe. They are sort of similar to Just a Rumor, but rather than being more like round shaped, it has more of a focus on like the outer corners, much more dense than all the other ones, but definitely more concentrated on the outer corners. But if you still want lots of lash like on the rest of the lid, you're gonna get that with these lashes. Oh, and these bands are also black, so you get that almost eyeline effect. So you want to make sure you definitely put eyeliner on like the inner and outer corner, just so it blends with your eye more properly and it's not just a stark like line right in the middle. And then last but not least, we have All Nighter, which are a pair of bottom lashes. They're quite dramatic. They're definitely dramatic for under eyelashes. They don't look like super natural because they are quite like, you know when people will draw in fake under eyelashes with like eyeliner? It almost looks like that. It's very like they're very calculated. They're not random, I guess. Like if you have a lot of under eyelashes like me, or lower eyelashes like me, then they might blend in well. It'll just look like you have really thick lower lashes. But I think if you're lacking in the lower eyelash department, it will be very obvious. So unless it's the look you're going for, I don't know. I don't really care for these ones. And then last but not least, which I'm sure you guys are most excited about, I'm actually gonna have a separate swatch video for these so I can go in more in depth and describe each color to you. But in this video, I'm just gonna quickly like breeze through them. These are the metallic matte lip colors. There are 4, I guess, like natural shades, and there are 4 slightly more like crazy wild shades. I actually have like a sample of this one in Lovesick because apparently this one's sold out. So if it's sold out, it's the most popular one. It's the one I'm wearing on the center of my lips right now. On all of my lips, I have Gold Digger on, and I put Lovesick like in the center. The formula on these are very similar to like her other liquid lipsticks. Really, really thin, but super pigmented. Some of them definitely do need like a swipe or two and aren't exactly like one swipe colors, which I wasn't really surprised by because they are like a different formula. They are like a metallic-y kind of color. I wouldn't like, would you really call them metallic though? It's more of like, some of them definitely look more metallic in a way, but to me, some of them are just like kind of like sheeny, I guess, with some shimmer in there. When they dry down, they definitely dry down to a very long wearing finish, but unlike like the matte lip colors, definitely when you like press your lips together, or like right now, they feel fine because I put such thin layers on, but for the colors that definitely need like maybe 2 swipes or so, you can feel it like on the lips, not with this one, but with the other ones. When you press your lips together, it kind of like sticks just like a tiny bit. And I noticed like when I swatch it on the back of my head and I try to do like the rub test, there's like it pulls, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't like glide on like a super matte finish. It has it's not tacky, but it almost has like a rubbery finish. This is such a bad way to explain it, but it's definitely not like super like kiss proof, because a tiny bit will transfer. Maybe if you keep like kissing the back of your hand or something, maybe that sort of very top layer will come off, like will stop being tacky, I mean. But I definitely would not say that they're like 100% transfer proof. I would say like they're maybe 95% transfer proof. And one issue I did have with like the darkest color that I've noticed, Witchcraft, which is like kind of black liquid lipstick, when you have it on your lips, like full color, everything looks great. But if you do, which you'll see that I'll show it to you in the lip swatch video, but if you do this, it kind of like rubs off a layer like from the top lip or the bottom lip, and you'll see your natural lip color coming through, which is a little bit disappointing. So if you have some of these colors, especially like the crazy colors, if you're wearing them, I would not touch my lips together. You know, I feel like liquid lipsticks, people have their different preferences. I know there are people that love like, you put it on, you don't have to worry about it throughout the rest of the day. But with certain ones, although the color is gorgeous and the pigmentation is there, it's just, you still have to treat it like a regular lipstick, in that you have to be a little bit careful about how you eat, drink things, and all that. And I definitely think that these more crazy colors, of course, not everyone is gonna wear colors like this, but I think these are, if they're that type of person that likes those kinds of colors, I think these are actually really pretty, and they're not. Because there are some makeup companies that come out with like crazy colors of lipsticks, but only come out with them just because they're crazy, if that makes sense. I feel like these ones, like, they're kind of chic in a way, in my head. That's to me. And they're not kind of just there just to be there, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my kind of like mini review of the new Retrospect collection from Pony Effect. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say. A lot of people are like, aren't you doing your sister's makeup? After we finished recording that one video where she did my makeup, she really didn't want to be on camera again, so we couldn't record me doing her makeup. Maybe when she comes to visit me this week, maybe, we'll see. But girl, this is my channel, we don't want to make it her channel. I'm just playing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!